The queen was kissing her cook in the kitchen when her husband walked in. Wait, let me tell you how we got here, because what happens next will blow your mind and change everything you think you know about love, power, and revenge. Queen Emma had everything. A big house on the hill. Money that never ran out. A husband who gave her anything she wanted. But she had one secret that could destroy it all. Her name was Emma, and she ruled the biggest company in the city. People called her queen because she owned half the buildings you could see from your window. Rich women wanted to be her friend. Poor women wanted to be her. Men wanted to marry her. But Emma was already married to King Robert. Not a real king, just what people called him because he was so rich and powerful. They lived in a house so big it looked like a castle. Everyone who walked there called it the palace. Emma had maids, drivers, and guards. She had people who did her shopping and people who picked her clothes. But the person who mattered most was James. James was the cook. He was tall with strong hands from years of cooking. His smile could light up the darkest room. And when he looked at Emma, she forgot she was a queen. Nobody knew that Emma went to the kitchen every night at 11 p.m. Not to eat. Not to check on dinner. But to see James. It started 6 months ago. Emma couldn't sleep. She went to get some water and found James still walking. He was making bread for the next day. "You work too hard," she said. "So do you," he replied, not looking up from his door. That was the first time someone talked to Emma like she was just a person. Not a queen. Not a boss. Just Emma. They started talking every night. About dreams. About food. About life before all the money and power. James told her about his mom who died when he was young. How he learned to cook by watching YouTube videos. How he saved every penny to go to cooking school. Emma told him about her childhood. How she grew up poor. How she married Robert not for love, but to escape a life of struggle. "Do you love him?" James asked one night. Emma looked at her wedding ring. The diamond was bigger than most people's cars. "I love what he gave me," she said. "But I don't love him." That night, James touched her hand. It was just for a second, but Emma felt something she never felt before. Her heart jumped. Her face got hot. She felt alive. From that night, everything changed. Emma started wearing pretty dresses to bed, hoping James would notice. She learned his favorite songs and played them in the kitchen. She asked him to teach her how to cook. "Why do you want to learn?" James asked, laughing as Emma burned the eggs for the third time. "Because you love it," she said. "And I want to understand the things you love." James stopped laughing. He looked at Emma like he was seeing her for the first time. "Emma," he said softly. "We can't do this." "Do what?" she asked, but she knew. "Fall in love. You're married. You're my boss. I could lose everything." Emma's heart broke a little. But she was a queen. Queens don't give up. "What if I wasn't married?" she asked. "But you are." "What if I wasn't your boss?" "But you are." Emma stepped closer. "What if, for just 1 minute, I was just Emma and you were just James?" James tried to step back, but the kitchen counter was behind him. Emma was so close he could smell her perfume. "Emma, please." "Just 1 minute," she whispered. James closed his eyes. When he opened them, Emma was even closer. "This is crazy," he said. The best things always are. That's when James kissed her. Soft at first, like he was afraid she might break. Then stronger, like he had been waiting his whole life for this moment. From that night, Emma and James were in love. Secret love. Dangerous love. The kind of love that could destroy everything. They met every night in the kitchen. Sometimes they cooked together. Sometimes they just talked. Sometimes they held each other and forgot about the world outside. Emma had never been so happy. She smiled more. She laughed more. Even Robert noticed. "You seem different," he said one morning at breakfast. Emma almost choked on her coffee. "Different how?" "Happy." "You haven't been happy in years." If only he knew why. But keeping secrets is hard. Emma started making mistakes. She called James by his name in front of the other workers. She bought him expensive cooking tools for the kitchen. She spent more time downstairs than upstairs. The other workers started talking. Whispers in the hallways. Looks when Emma walked by. "The Queen is acting strange," said Mary, the head maid. "She's always in the kitchen now," said Tom, the driver. "Maybe she's planning a big dinner party," said Sarah, the cleaner. But Lisa, the young maid, saw more than the others. She saw how Emma looked at James. She saw how James looked at Emma. Lisa was smart. Lisa was also jealous. She had a crush on James for 2 years, but he never noticed her. One night, Lisa decided to follow Emma. She hid behind the big plant in the hallway and watched Emma go to the kitchen. What she saw made her heart stop. Emma and James were holding hands. They were looking at each other like they were the only 2 people in the world. "I wish we could run away," Emma said. "Where would we go?" James asked. "Anywhere. Just you and me." "What about Robert?" Emma's face got hard. "Robert doesn't love me. He loves owning me. There's a difference. But if we run away, we'll have nothing. We'll have each other. Isn't that everything?" James smiled. "Yes. It is." That's when they kissed. Long and deep and full of love. Lisa watched from the shadows, her heart breaking and her mind planning. The next morning, Lisa did something that would change everything. She told Robert. "Sir," she said, knocking on his office door. "I need to tell you something about your wife." Robert looked up from his papers. "What about Emma?" Lisa took a deep breath. "She's cheating on you." "With James, the cook." Robert's face went white. Then red. Then dark as a storm cloud. "That's impossible," he said. "I saw them, sir. Last night. They were kissing." Robert stood up so fast his chair fell over. "You're lying." "I'm not, sir. I can prove it. Tonight. Come to the kitchen at 11 p.m. You'll see for yourself." Robert stared at Lisa for a long time. Then he nodded. "If this is true," he said, "they will both pay." But what Robert didn't know was that Emma had a plan of her own. And when he walked into that kitchen, he wouldn't just catch his wife cheating. He would discover a secret that would shock him to his core and change everything he thought he knew about love, loyalty, and revenge. That night, Robert hid in the hallway, just like Lisa had done. His hands were shaking. His heart was beating so fast he thought it might explode. At exactly 11 p.m., Emma walked to the kitchen. She was wearing a red dress that made her look like a movie star. Robert followed her, staying in the shadows. When he looked through the kitchen door, he saw exactly what Lisa had told him he would see. Emma and James were kissing. But then Robert heard something that made his blood turn to ice. "Did you poison his food like I asked?" Emma said to James. James pulled away from her. "Emma, I can't do this anymore." "You promised me," Emma said. "You said you would help me get rid of him." "I know what I said, but nothing. Robert has to die. It's the only way we can be together." Robert's legs almost gave out. His wife wasn't just cheating on him. She was trying to kill him. "I put the poison in his coffee this morning," James said. "But I used less than you told me to." "I can't murder someone, Emma. Even for you." "Then he's still alive," Emma said, angry now. "Yes. And I'm glad." Emma slapped James across the face. "You're weak. I should have known better than to trust you with this. Emma, please. Let's just run away. We don't have to kill anyone." "Yes, we do," Emma shouted. "Robert will never let me go. He'll hunt us down. He'll destroy us both. The only way to be free is if he's dead." Robert couldn't believe what he was hearing. The woman he married, the woman he gave everything to, wanted him dead. But then Emma said something that made his heart stop completely. "Besides," she said, "I already killed someone for you. What's one more?" James stepped back. "What do you mean?" "Your girlfriend. The one you had before you came to work here. Sarah." James went white. "Sarah died in a car accident." Emma laughed. A cold, evil laugh. "No, she didn't. I had her killed." "You're lying." "I'm not. I saw how much you loved her. I knew you would never be mine while she was alive. So I paid someone to cut her brake lines. Made it look like an accident." James fell against the counter. "You killed Sarah." "I killed her for us. For our love." "That wasn't love," James screamed. "That was murder." "Love is murder sometimes," Emma said. "You kill the things that stand in your way." Robert had had enough. He stepped into the kitchen. Well, he said. Emma and James turned around. Emma's face went white. James looked like he was going to be sick. "Robert," Emma said, trying to smile. "I can explain." "Oh, I think you already did," Robert said. "You want to kill me? You already killed James's girlfriend. You're quite the little murderer, aren't you?" Emma's fake smile fell away. "How long have you been standing there?" "Long enough." Robert pulled out his phone. "Long enough to record everything you just said." Emma's eyes got wide. "You recorded us?" "Every word. The police will be very interested to hear how you killed Sarah. And how you tried to kill me." "Robert, please," Emma said, but her voice was different now. Not the voice of a queen. The voice of a scared woman. "Please what?" "Please forgive you for cheating on me. Please forgive you for trying to murder me. Please forgive you for being a killer. I did it for love." "No," Robert said. "You did it for money." "My money? If I die, you get everything." That's what this was really about, wasn't it? Emma didn't answer. "And you?" Robert said, turning to James. You were going to help her kill me. I changed my mind, James said. I couldn't do it. But you tried. You put poison in my coffee. I'm sorry, James said, tears in his eyes. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't bring back Sarah, Robert said. Sorry doesn't fix what you tried to do to me. That's when Emma did something nobody expected. She grabbed a knife from the kitchen counter and pointed it at Robert. You're not going to ruin this for me, she said. I've worked too hard to get here. Emma, don't, James said. Shut up. Emma screamed. You're weak. You're pathetic. You couldn't even kill one old man. I'm not old, Robert said. And I'm not weak. That's when Robert did something that shocked everyone. He started laughing. What's so funny? Emma demanded. You, Robert said. You think you're so smart. You think you planned everything perfectly. I did plan everything perfectly. No, you didn't. You made one big mistake. What mistake? Robert smiled. You trusted the wrong person. What do you mean? James didn't put poison in my coffee this morning. He came to me yesterday and told me everything. We've been working together to catch you. Emma's face went white. That's impossible. Tell her, James. James looked at Emma with sad eyes. I couldn't let you kill anyone else, Emma. Sarah was innocent. Robert is innocent. You're the only guilty one here. Emma started shaking. You betrayed me. You betrayed yourself when you became a killer. But I love you. No, you don't. You love what you think I can give you. But real love doesn't kill people. Real love doesn't hurt people. Real love doesn't poison people. Emma looked at the knife in her hand. Then at Robert. Then at James. If I can't have you, she said, nobody can. She raised the knife to stab James, but Robert was faster. He grabbed her wrist and twisted it. The knife fell to the floor. It's over, Emma, he said. Just then, the police walked in. Robert had called them before he came to the kitchen. Emma Williams, the police officer said, you're under arrest for the murder of Sarah Johnson and the attempted murder of Robert Williams. As they put handcuffs on Emma, she looked at James one last time. I really did love you, she said. No, James said. You loved the idea of me. But you never really knew me. If you did, you would have known I could never be with someone who kills innocent people. Emma was led away in handcuffs. The Queen had fallen. Robert and James stood in the kitchen, both of them shaking. Thank you, Robert said to James. I'm sorry it took me so long to do the right thing, James said. What will you do now? James looked around the kitchen. I don't know. I can't stay here. Too many bad memories. You can stay as long as you need to, Robert said. You saved my life. I also almost took it. But you didn't. That's what matters. 3 months later, Emma was sentenced to life in prison. James moved to another city and opened his own restaurant. He named it Sarah's Kitchen, in memory of the woman he loved and lost. Robert learned something important that night. Money and power can't buy love. But they can buy you enemies who pretend to be lovers. And sometimes, the person you least expect to save you is the one who almost destroyed you. The Queen had fallen. But in her fall, she revealed the truth about love, loyalty, and the price of betrayal. Sometimes the biggest shock isn't what people do to you. It's what they are willing to do for you.